Hello, so in this video I will go over some of the slides from the Small Business and Entrepreneurship PowerPoint. We'll start here. I know some of the classes I got to this slide, others I did not, so I'll go ahead and start here with small business opportunities and threats. Alright, so the opportunities for small business, right? These are the examples of how to create a competitive advantage with a small business. So the reasons for starting an entrepreneurial venture, the reasons to engage in a startup. So opportunities to take advantage of a market niche. Right? So what is a market niche? It is a small, narrow segment of the population, right, that you are trying to reach. So a particular group of people. Right? Small businesses will exploit or take advantage or capitalize on these small, narrow market niches. They are not trying to reach everyone, right? So they have narrowly defined their target market. Okay, some examples of a market niche may not just be college students, but you may be trying to reach a particular major, so just business students, or you could take that one step further and say just finance students or just QFin students. Okay, so a very small segment of the population. Not just all freshmen, but maybe just freshmen who ride their bicycle to class. Okay, so small businesses really cater to a particular group of people. In a real business context, a market niche, someone who doesn't just have a bakery, but has a vegan bakery, right? Not a house builder, right? But a tiny house builder. Okay, so really defining that market and honing in on those people. Let's see the next one, personal customer service. Small businesses have to provide good customer service, right? They are small. They have a few number of customers. They have limited customers, so every customer matters, right? You really get that one-on-one interaction with a small business, as opposed to, right, a big retailer. The customer doesn't matter as much to a big retailer because there are hundreds and thousands of customers for that company. But in a small business, every customer counts. Lower overhead costs. A small business is going to have lower costs, right? Because they are smaller. Okay, so overhead costs include those ongoing expenses to run a business. Ongoing expenses may include renting your office space or your utilities, or non-essential employees like your accounting functions or your IT functions. Okay, so a small business has lower costs of these types because they can outsource some of the functions. They may not be as large. They may not even have an office space at all, right? They may just be a website running out of someone's home. Okay, so small businesses, an opportunity for them is that they have lower costs. The last opportunity is technology. We've talked about technology a lot already. Small businesses can use technology to their advantage, right? So just having a website and utilizing e-commerce, or they could use tools and resources that are online and make the operations of their company more productive by using those technological benefits. All right, so those are some opportunities. Let's move down to the threats. Threats, high risk of failure, right? Not profitable. These threats may be obstacles, right? So how can you overcome that risk of failure? Well, thinking about the next bullet point, right? Having good knowledge and experience to help overcome the risk. So many businesses fail because they don't have knowledge of the industry, right? They are not experienced in the industry. nor are they experienced in running a business. Right? So in order for a small business or an entrepreneurial startup to succeed, that person has to have business knowledge. They have to understand how to run and manage the business, manage their employees, right? Have good communication, teamwork, understand the accounting practices, the financial aspects of running a business. Right? So this lack of knowledge and experience is a real threat and obstacle to small business. Okay, less money and regulatory burden. A small business has less of an opportunity to make a lot of money, right? They're small. Their revenue is going to be limited, right, because they are small. So they have less money to work with, less money coming in, less money to be able to spend. And then the regulatory burden, having to understand all the requirements, the laws, the licensings, the codes, right? So how to abide by these regulations imposed on them may be a big burden, right, that they can't keep up with. The last bullet point, high health insurance costs. Health insurance can be very costly for a small business, right? They don't have a lot of money, like we just said. They don't have a lot of extra money, and so that cost of providing health insurance for their employees could be a big threat. Small businesses, don't have access to the same business plans, right? Business health insurance plans that small, let me rephrase that. Small businesses can't obtain the same health insurance policies as big companies can. Right? So it is more costly for them to provide health insurance for their employees. Right? And if that company doesn't provide health insurance for their employees, or the owners or managers, they will have to go out and get health insurance on their own, which can be very costly. Okay, so health insurance is a big issue, right, and can be a big cost and a big hurdle, right, in operating a small business. All right. I'm going to save this slide for class on Friday, and we'll go on to the last two here. The Small Business Administration, the SBA. In order to overcome some of those threats and to gain knowledge and experience and stay up to date, right, the Small Business Administration can be a great resource for entrepreneurs. It's an agency of the federal government designed to maintain and strengthen the nation's economy. And how do they do this? By assisting and protecting the interests of small businesses. Okay, so assisting small businesses by providing them free resources, providing them counseling, information. The SBA website provides these resources to entrepreneurs. Let's go out here to the Small Business Administration website, and let me show you just a few resources that can be available. Right, so we have a business guide, right, for entrepreneurs, information on planning your business, launching your business. You can see picking your location, choosing a name, registering, tax IDs, managing your finances, employees, taxes again, marketing, sales, how to grow your business. Okay, so lots of information here. Information on getting funding. Go over to this next tab. So loans, disaster assistance. Okay, so the SBA provides low-interest disaster loans to help businesses recover. Okay, so after recent disasters, small businesses can apply for loans and assistance here. Grants as well. The Learning Center here on the website has courses, so free information that entrepreneurs can go and view these courses, see how to write a business plan, launching your business. So some of the similar tabs that we saw from earlier, but more detailed information. So social media marketing, right? How to find investors. Managing your business, right? We said that business management was a reason why a lot of small businesses fail. So getting information here, accounting, marketing, right? Understanding the customer service. If we click on this, you can see even more detailed videos and guides, crime prevention, values. We've talked about ethics and values. Okay, so lots of information for small businesses here on the SBA website. I encourage you guys to go out here and just explore around and see what there is and all of the resources and different tools and assistance here that the website provides. Okay, two other resources under the SBA, right? They offer, or excuse me, they provide small business development centers and then SCORE. Okay, so small business development centers are actual physical locations, often associated with colleges or universities, and we do have one here in town, downtown, for local entrepreneurs or business owners to come get help. So if you don't just want to go online and look at the resources on the website, you can actually come to one of these centers and work one-on-one with an individual or a group of people. You can get help, with a variety of topics: writing a business plan, learning about the local market, helping with taxes or accounting information, payroll. Okay, so the small business development centers are local offices that provide consulting, can assist with paperwork, and can help new entrepreneurs as well as existing small business owners. SCORE is the Service Corps of Retired Executives. Okay, so SCORE is a group of individuals, a group of retired executives that will help and mentor small business owners. So SCORE is the organization that provides free business counseling for business owners. So these executives, right, remember how we said that sometimes people, once they retire, they may get bored and need something to do. And so these executives have retired from their years and years of work. They are very knowledgeable. They are knowledgeable about their industry and business in general, and so they can be a mentor, right, to new entrepreneurs. So a new entrepreneur can go to the SCORE organization here and sign up to be mentored by one of these retired executives to get that one-on-one counseling and assistance. Okay, so we have the SBA, right, the agency that helps provide resources to entrepreneurs. So they have their website providing education and information, as well as oversees the small business development centers and SCORE. Okay, small business success, tools for entrepreneurial success, gain experience, okay, work in the field, right, network, understand your customer, right, understand how your business can operate, right, so gain experience, learn from others, okay, we've talked about this, so learning from others, maybe, getting help through SCORE or a small business development center, or it may be getting involved with local associations, right, or local, a chamber of commerce, right, so understanding your market through the lens of someone else. Right, so network. And also learning from your competitors, right, so you may think, what do you do well, right, but we need to maybe do that SWOT analysis and understand, right, what your competitors are doing better than you, right, so that you can learn from them. Always staying up to date, understanding, what programs may be available to help you, right, thinking about what's in the news, what's online, right, what resources are out there. Another tool for success is to create a business plan. We'll talk more about a business plan here in a few weeks, but a business plan, describes your entire business concept. It's very detailed, right? It outlines your objectives, details the strategies and your timeline for achieving your objectives. It communicates your goals, right? What your product may be, how you're going to manufacture it, how you're going to organize your company, how many employees you're going to have, right? What's your business strategy? What's your financial aspect plan? What's your marketing plan? And so your business plan can be a very lengthy, in-depth document, 50, 60 pages, right? That really communicates all of your detailed strategies and timelines and goals. All right, let's see. Successful small businesses change the way we live, and small businesses contribute to the economy. Okay, so small businesses, while they are small, they do have a large, right, economic impact. They create new jobs. Small business can fuel innovation. Small businesses can compete, right, because they can find that niche market. Small businesses, they can really revitalize an inner city, right? If you think about a small town or a small city, like Harrisonburg, if you go into downtown Harrisonburg, right, so just the Court Square downtown area, you see all small businesses, right? 90% of those small inner city businesses that you see, right, are small. They aren't these big box chains. They aren't these franchises. They aren't these businesses that you see everywhere, but they are unique and small, and really help to vitalize, right, that inner city. I'm just thinking about downtown Harrisonburg, and 10 years ago, a lot of those storefronts were empty, right? No one went downtown, right? No one ate downtown, no one shopped downtown, right? But within the last several years, right, many small business owners have really tried to create a downtown environment, and now it's a place where people want to go eat and want to go shop, right? Just because of the small business aspect, right? Stay local. Okay, so small businesses can vitalize inner cities. Let's see, the last bullet point, entrepreneurship in other countries depends on, right, the environment in those other countries. Right? Some countries really encourage entrepreneurship, right, by making it easy to start up a business, right, reducing regulations, making it easy and making people want to be entrepreneurs. So the cultural and political environment can make a difference in whether people want to engage in entrepreneurship or not. Another concept when it comes to entrepreneurship in other countries, if you think about it, entrepreneurship, I'll pose the question here. Do you think entrepreneurship is higher or lower in countries that have low income? Right, so a lower per capita income. Would that country have higher or lower entrepreneurship rates? Right, so if the country is essentially a poor country, right, low income country, do the individuals in that country, are they more or less likely to be an entrepreneur? So we may think that because that country is poor, that people aren't going to want to be entrepreneurs, right? But actually the reverse is true, right? In countries of lower income, people are more likely to want to be entrepreneurs. Right? Why? Because that's a low-income country. There aren't good job opportunities out there for those people, right? They can't just go and apply for, hundreds of jobs online like we can, right? There aren't many opportunities. So people have to become entrepreneurs, right, in order to survive. going back to that concept of necessity entrepreneurship. Right, so I kind of think about these vacation resort destinations. Right, so down in the Caribbean or Mexico. Right, some of these places that we visit on vacation, right, are poor regions, right, low income levels. Right, and if you think about driving from the airport to these destinations, what do we see? Right? We may see a lot of people trying to be entrepreneurs, right? They have their huts and their little restaurants on the side of the road, or they're selling their goods, or they're walking up and down the beach trying to sell their trinkets, right, or their bracelets that they've made, right, trying to make a living. Okay, so these people are entrepreneurs. Right? Low income countries, there aren't a lot of job opportunities. So these people, in order to try to make a living, right, become an entrepreneur and do something. Right? They sell their goods, they sell these trinkets that they've made, right, or they may for a restaurant, or whatever they can do, right, in order to survive. Okay, so entrepreneurship in lower income countries is actually higher because of necessity entrepreneurship. Okay, so small business success, right, in conclusion here, it really does stem from these first couple bullet points that we said: gaining experience, learning from others, and creating a business plan.